You know when I heard this shit, I got souped.
I knew it.
We got Kiamo in the building today, the American Dream. So,
Hey,
taking it back. Bad boy nostalgia. 197, the trek to 200. I got the power. New album, A Malcolm Story, on all DSPs now.
go get that. Run that up. Shit's fire. He got a bunch of these on the album.
Yeah. We gotta talk about
No, I mean just 5 tracks.
classic feelings.
Yeah, classic vibes.
Passaic own Kiamo.
That's right.
The joint is called Bad Boys, featuring Fat Boy Dash.
Corner of the world.
Shout out to Shine. There's a new documentary out on Hulu.
Yeah. Cool.
Check that out.
Yeah,
I ain't seen it, but
I gotta go check it out.
promote it. Bad Boy for life. I like that bar right there where the 3Ds and the Bloods out though. I like the bar. I don't like the reality.
Yeah. Gang.
Welcome world.
Yes,
Episode
sir.
197 of the GAHHDcast. Welcome to Brother Kiamo back again.
Welcome back.
As we celebrate the release of A Malcolm Story. I am the Brother Burns. To the left of me, I got the Brother VS.
VS to the OP, you know what it be, man. We out here repping that LBE, rocking that MDMA all day, baby.
Let me pause this because I still hear it and then I'll get souped. And once again, in studio today, we got the Brother Kiamo, Corner of the World Records, A Malcolm Story out now on all DSPs.
Go get that.
We got the family in the building.
Absolutely.
We got the media. Oh shit, the media's not with us no more. I'm gonna try to curb the curses because we have
chillins.
we have the youngest bosses
Exactly.
in the house today.
Next generation.
They get a lot of love on the album.
Absolutely.
Brother Kiamo, first, welcome back.
Thank you.
You look good.
Yeah, man.
Love.
The energy's up.
Yeah,
the album
man.
is out. 2 years in the making.
Mm-hmm.
Very personal album.
Yeah.
Very real album.
Yeah.
There's a couple topics that get repeated on the album that we're gonna get to because I feel like these last 2 years have been like a lot of personal growth.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of lessons learned.
Yeah.
Maybe some as you say on the album, some trauma.
Yeah.
Some PTSD from life that we all got and we all share and we all pull each other up through.
Absolutely.
There's some dope storytelling on the album.
Yeah.
On a song called Beef.
Yeah.
There's some family love on the album. Well, throughout the album because it's again very personal. We're gonna get to that stuff. We're gonna get to these production choices.
Mm-hmm. Some
The
of the
Brother
bars.
Kiamo's like this album, like when I heard it, it's almost like time traveling, right? Like this album don't sound like 2024
Nah.
in the least bit. It sounds like a boom. Well, I don't want to say that. It sounds like a 90s album in 2024, right? It sounds like a boom bap album, but then there's elements of today that make it sound current.
It's
you know what I'm
updated.
saying?
Yeah, it's updated.
Yeah, but it's I know that you're not a TikTok rapper.
Nah,
You know what I'm saying? You're not you're not a
here-
trend rapper.
Yeah. You're not here for 5 minutes.
Nah.
Yeah. So you stick to these elements of a hip hop from a different time, brother.
Mm-hmm.
That is much appreciated. So let's go to the genesis of A Malcolm Story. Last time you were here, we were discussing the American Dream album.
Absolutely. Yep.
But we did touch on A Malcolm Story. I think you had
Yeah.
already thought of the concept
Yeah.
and had it in mind. So talk to me about that. What was the thought? Like, all right, this is my next album and this is gonna be the one.
We was setting it up. I was setting up the stage the whole time. My team would say it. Everybody would say he always talked about A Malcolm Story. And I needed to, everything that I was learning throughout me making music and doing La Cosa Nostra, the American Dream, I said everything that I'm learning, I'm putting it into a Malcolm story. So it's like I done a ton of projects. So what I said was I want to pick my favorite tracks and put them on one project. Like, you know how everybody be like, all right, imagine if he put all his greatest hits on one thing, and it wasn't like a greatest hit album, but he really took his time, and that's what I did. I wanted to study albums and see what sound my album was missing, like, and I just took my time with it.
What were a few of the albums that you studied to help conceptualize the album?
Definitely Illmatic. Life is Good by Nas.
Nice.
That's not often
The first Nas choice.
That album's not often referred to.
That's my favorite album.
Yeah?
That's my favorite album.
Of all or of Nas?
Of Nas.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's my favorite album of Nas.
That's
And
what's up.
that made me, you know, as we get older, right? You ever heard the term of like, when that album came out when we were kids or something like that, we didn't understand it until we got older.
Absolutely.
So I went back and like, went back to study Life is Good, but just certain albums I went back to and I was like, wow, I understand it now.
Yeah.
It sounds better to me now because I went through what they're talking about.
Right.
You know,
matured.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And like Life is Good was one of them.
And Life is Good. It's got a few years on it.
Yeah,
It's what?
it came
8
out
years ago or something?
2012. I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken.
2012 it came
12
out. You know,
years.
you know what's funny, because on Life is Good, he actually says it on the first track with Large Professor.
Yeah.
The train, the
Yeah, I'm trying.
No
to think.
Introduction is the first track.
And
I'm
then
not
he's
mistaken.
and then he's got the song with Large Professor.
Yeah.
on that, and he says it. I did this strictly for my '90s cats. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That said they needed this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I feel you kind of did the same thing. Like you did
Yeah.
this for the ones that needed it.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
that was the most important the thing, you know what I'm saying, with this album, like really diving in and saying like I want to be able to really rap to catch the attention of the generation over me, but also for the generation younger than me, I wanted to make it something that they understand it.
Right.
So like records like Hood Politics, like they understand that, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, definitely Life is Good. Good Kid, Mad City. Because I wanted you to understand like my community and what I'm speaking about, you know, and definitely like just almost like on some luxury rap, on some victory lap type of thing, you know what I mean? Swag to it. But definitely, even with the album cover, I wanted to give you like an appeal of like what Nipsey would do with Crenshaw, you know what I'm saying, where he's from. And yeah, so I really try to study every element, not just from East Coast rap, but West Coast rap, South rap, just everything.
And also studying the concept of the overall project.
Yeah.
The overreaching arc of the album.
And the amount of time too between the albums too, because a lot of these albums weren't created all in 1 year. You know what I'm saying? It spans a lot of time, so they were stylistically different. You know what I'm saying? So.
And Good Kid and Victory Lap and Illmatic were debuts.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Would you consider this your debut album?
If like I remember last time you guys asked me if I wanted like my debut, who would I love to have work producers? Like I said, Just Blaze, Kanye, you know, Dre. Like I would love to work with them on my debut album. You know what I'm saying? If I had like an appeal of how I love my album to sound, would be the same production Game had on Documentary. Basically, them same producers. You know what I mean?
Like an all-star team.
Yeah, you know what I mean? What Jay had on Blueprint. Like I'll consider that my debut. You know what I mean? But with this album, I did have like I treated it like my debut.
Right.
The way I was moving, how I was conducting myself, how I was promoting it for years, how I was working with the producers, working in and out of the studio, the concept-wise, I ain't want this song to sound like this song. You know what I'm saying? Even with Summertime Love, that sound like a record with my guy K-Son on it. You know what I mean? So, like, I really took my time with this, just basically, and I could consider it my debut independently at that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
and then, you know, is that an aspiration to one day drop a major label debut?
Hell yeah. That's every kid's goal when he wants to do this. You know what I'm saying? I had an interview the other day, yesterday, and she said it to me. She was like, yo, when I was 14 years old, you was saying that you wanted to do this. And and then when I asked you what your plan B was, and you said, I don't have one. And that's the truth. Like, I ain't have no plan B. This is it. Because coming from where I'm coming from, if you have a plan B, that means you ain't going to put your on to your plan A. Well, I'm not going to say where I come from. It's worldwide. You know what I'm saying? If you have a plan B, 9 times out of 10, you're not going to give your all to your plan A. You know what I'm saying? So you really got to dedicate yourself, make these sacrifices, Like everybody else going out having fun, you got to put in the work. Whether you want to be a football player, doctor, anything in life, you have to do it. You have to do it. You know what I'm saying? And that's gonna make the best version of yourself with them sacrifices. And later on, it's gonna pay off.
Absolutely. If you were to sign a major label contract today, they call you on the phone, you know, during this interview, that'd be fire.
That'd be fire.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Y'all coming with me?
What? Oh, yeah. Who would you wish it to be? Like, is there a label out there now, like a Bad Boy, like a Death Row?
I'll mess with Waltenberg.
Waltenberg?
Yeah.
Who's that?
He's from Jersey City. Waltenberg, he was working with Al Bial, he was working with Ransom. Okay. He was working with Stack Bundles and all of them. Definitely Waltenberg. Yeah. Waltenberg doing his thing. Like he put on Fetty Wap, PNB Rock. Like he has an ear. He also loves hip hop. Yeah. I know. I study it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, so brother Waltenberg, if you in Jersey City,
he from Jersey.
You right here.
He from Jersey.
Pull up on the brother Kiamo. Make the call.
Definitely Waltenberg. I've had opportunity, definitely work close to 50 Cent. I always said that. I always said, I'll just be a sponge in the game, a sponge in the room, hearing them talk. Yeah. It's not ever gonna be about like making a record with 50 Cent, but just what knowledge he can give me. You know what I mean? To perfect my songwriting or anything about it. You know what I'm saying?
He'll teach you the whole hustle, bro.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. And then if anything, like, how can I say? Just if I had the opportunity, definitely done. You know what I mean?
Yeah. 50 don't make music no more, right?
Like, he do. He dip and dabble.
Yeah, he'll get on the track.
He's so worldwide phenomenon that it's hard to keep up with everything he does.
Definitely.
Would you sign a Def Jam?
I be hearing a lot of stories. Yeah. You know what's crazy? I used to tag Def Jam so much when I was like 18 and 19. They blocked me.
Nah.
Word up. I used to tag them
Def
so
Jam.
much. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
What the hell?
But I was just at 19. I was just like I just wanted the deal. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, you know, I'm gonna keep tagging them. I'm commenting on every post they post, like, hey, check out my music. I guess they got tired of it and they blocked me, so they can't see what's going on now.
That's whack.
You know what I'm saying? But it's all good. You know what I mean? It's part of the hustle. You know?
No, you know that's why that's whack? Because that's today's version of LL kicking in the door.
Exactly.
Doing its thing, and then them signing him. You feel me? Like, there's that's the independent spirit. Like, yo, look at me, I'm here.
Oh, you know,
pay attention.
You know what else I saw that was dope too? I love the sound of Death Row, just cause.
The now Death Row?
Yeah, with Snoop. Snoop, like the legacy he has behind it. You know what I'm saying? And Snoop making sure all the artists are taken care of, and I know he'll do right by artists like Snoop.
Does he have any other artists on there besides October London?
I don't know.
I don't
know October London.
I've only heard of October London, but I love what he's doing with that, so I can totally dig it. Bring back the Death Row chains, bro. Send two over here.
I think that Snoop got signed with Death Row and Def Jam, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken, I'm cool.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
The reason I asked about Def Jam was because at your album release event, there were Def Jam signage on the wall. And yo, keep it real, when I first saw it, I was like, oh shit, wait a minute. Did I miss something? Is this the announcement?
Yeah.
And Def Jam to me was always Def Jam.
Yeah, legendary. Legacy.
Not so much now, because
things change.
Record labels are not like that, like they used to be.
Especially independent, not independent, but like those kind of labels.
And with all the folding and merging and shit.
I used to love, when I paid attention to Def Jam is when like Hove was in position.
Yeah.
Like he signed Rihanna, he signed
Jeezy,
Ross. He was signing all them people. You know, Nas went to Def Jam. You know what I'm saying?
Jada.
So I didn't know Jada was part of Def Jam.
Jada went to Def Jam.
Yeah, so
I mean to Rock. No, Jada went to Rockefeller.
Yeah.
Rock Nation.
Rock Nation.
Rock Nation.
Which is in, all right.
He was in a video with the Rockefeller too.
Yeah.
And Nas signed to Def Jam.
Yeah.
That's crazy. With Jay-Z as president.
Checkmate.
You're a hater.
The boss over here demanding some changes. What she need? She good?
Yeah, I want to put her in the other room because she's dozing off a little bit. I want her to fall back.
On the sofa.
Go on the sofa with Uncle Donja.
Go lay down on the sofa. She good. That sofa gonna knock her out. Adults can't last over there.
Go ahead. Want to go over there, Will? You want to stay? All right.
The young boy's running things. She ain't playing around.
Yeah, she's like, I need to sleep.
Yeah.
I need a nap. I got meetings later.
She kind of got me worried. She just hold on.
Damn, I hope she don't think we both.
We're not good.
Nah, but shout out to Def Jam. Unblock the brother Kiamo.
Yo, for real.
Y'all sleeping. I don't know what's going on right now. Death Row, holla at your boy, Snoop, Uncle Snoop.
Yeah.
You need some Death Row East. That should never happen.
Definitely Wartenberg.
If you right here in Jersey City, I don't know that name, but I'm going to look you up after this interview. I'm going to find you.
Yeah.
And we're going to make the connection to Kiamo. We also wanted to connect you with the brother Stack have bundles?
Stack
Federal Dollars.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's good people right there.
Yeah.
He show love. Shout out to Stacks.
We spoke about you on his interview, so shout out to him. Let's see, the label situation. Oh, at the signing at the album release party, the Def Jam connection. So you were telling us off air that's the studio thing.
That's the studio has distribution through Def Jam Records.
Okay, and where's that at?
It's in Clifton.
That's in Clifton. Okay.
Yeah.
But the fact that you're there, you record.
Nah,
you recorded there, or
we
you
just had the listening
release?
album release, and they were in there, and they were like, "Yo, what the hell?"
Okay,
like,
no, that's dope.
Yeah, like they was just like, a lot of people that sometimes when people don't know who I am, and they hear the music, they automatically would think, "Yo, like what the fuck? He from New York or something like that? He come out here, Yeah. And then when I tell them, "Nah, I'm only next door. I'm in Passaic," they like, "What the? How are we missing this?" You know what I'm saying? So like, that's one of the things though, and we made a good connection with the studio. So shout out to them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy how we're still getting overlooked like that.
How
Jersey's getting overlooked.
A lot of people think I'm from New York. We just we did a cipher for Rock Nation, and my man Kelly, he shot it. He worked out of there, like they think I thought I was from New York. You know what I'm saying?
You did a cipher for Rock Nation?
Yeah, my man Kelly, he had a lot of students go to Rock Nation school.
Yeah.
And Kelly's one of the videographers, and he do a lot of things for the Rock Nation.
Right.
So he ended up grabbing a couple artists, and he said, "Yo, let's do a cipher or whatnot." And we did it in I forgot the park in New York City. But anyways, we did the cipher there, and I did my thing, and they automatically start like, "Yo, you from New York?" I'm like, "Nah, I'm from Jersey." Like, you know what I'm saying? They like, "Oh, all right." But it was all love though, because a lot of the artists were just like, "Yo, I want to connect with you. I want to work." You know what I'm saying?
Good.
I make sure I hold it down for us. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. At the end of the day, So yeah, it'd be crazy.
All right, brother Kiamo. You're doing ciphers for Rock Nation. You have to make one promise, brother.
What's up?
If you get a Rockefeller chain, you have to bring it here.
I have to. Automatic.
Yes.
Automatic.
I just want to take pictures with it. I don't care. You're like, "Yo, that's not your chain." I don't care. It's here finally.
In the building. Definitely.
Yes.
I mean, the distribution for the album is Rock Nation distribution.
Look at that.
For this album.
So you're right there. Shout out to that, bro. Congratulations.
Get this Rock chain.
Shout out to Rel Carter.
The
whole team behind
it. How'd that connection come about?
I met Rel Carter through we did a contest back when we was doing La Cosa Nostra, and we won the contest. Shout out to Drewski. You know what I mean? And he and Rel locked as Jay-Z nephew.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And we just got into talks. We got into a phone call conversation, and I wanted to understand what the whole distribution thing, and I was just locked in. So we got the paperwork right. Me, my man Poe, and Josh, and we signed the shit in the parking lot. We said, "Fuck it, we gonna do this." You know what I'm saying? And and I wanted to really give this album the real release for Malcolm Story, like give them this. Yeah.
You see, the train is rolling.
Yeah.
Absolutely, man. It's a beautiful thing, bro.
The chain, please. Yes.
Nah,
and if y'all generous, send 2.
Yeah, or 3.
Or 3, yeah. Damn, did that add any pressure to the construction of the album?
I'm ready, man. Yeah. It's like I waited my whole life for this. I've been doing this since I was 18 years old. I started recording at 15, but I just knew I was ready. Like, this is my moment. It's like LeBron James, years 22, he's still doing what he's doing. Like, he's ready. Like, put LeBron in the finals. He knows what to do. Like, he's ready. These are his moments. Right. And that's me. The bigger the light, like Rashid Chappelle would tell you, like, I'll put this kid in front of anybody or whatever. This kid's ready. You know what I'm saying? Like, And that's just how I carry myself. Like, I'm ready, man.
Did y'all record that? My bad.
Go ahead.
Did y'all record it? You signing? Like, how much of this process did y'all record?
Like documented.
We have everything.
The album.
Yeah. We have everything recorded. You know what I'm saying? We was trying to put together a documentary, but we want to put it the right way. We have damn near every session recorded. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, there's nothing. Quentin's always with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my brother. So, like, he hardly misses everything. You know what I'm saying? Anything. So, yeah, we have everything recorded. Even the sessions with Rashi Chappelle on Godfather. You know what I'm saying? On the album. Only session we probably don't got is we ain't record that together was me and Fatboy Dash. Is the only session we don't have together. I had to send that out to Dash. But other than that, everything else was recorded.
And what's missing from the documentary that you say it's?
I really want to tap in. I want the world to understand where I'm coming from. Okay. So like, we want you to understand, like when I'm talking about certain blocks or anything, we want to document these blocks. When I'm talking about certain people, we want to give the spotlight to the people and to understand, like, nah. And then when you're hearing it from their mouth, like, nah, this is this. You're like, oh shit, when you hear the music, his kid not lying. Yeah. He really is a staple to where he's from. They really do love him where he's from. Like, it's different, you know what I'm saying? That's why today when I posted a picture of, you know, God rest his soul, my cousin Perk, my guy Kaz, Hebo Check, Khalil, you know what I'm saying? So when I said it on Mazarati Freestyle, we lost Perk, lost Check. We lost Perk, lost Kaz, lost Lil, Hebo and Check, Shaggy still here. Like, I'm showing y'all pictures of these people I'm talking about. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Even on Her Politics, when I said Trip Set, watching DVDs, Peso and Gotti, seen a youngin' on the porch getting shot with Donnie. Shit deeper than you know, they put holes up in Ronnie. Like, these are real situations I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could show you the Trip Set DVD. I could show you. Donnie is Quentin Films. We sitting on my porch and we seen somebody get shot. You know what I'm saying? Then we know the story. They put holes up in Ronnie where they shot this guy named Ronnie. You know what I'm saying? Around the corner. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's real stories. I'm telling you real shit.
And you're gonna tap in with these real life people for the documentary?
Yeah, that's what I would love to do. You know what I'm saying? That's the goal. Yeah. We just don't want to give you something that's just like, all right, just put together music studio in the studio. Nah, I want to get y'all the real to understand my neighborhood. So then you love the album even more.
Right. Then you know what I'm saying?
They'll
put face to it.
That was one of the bars you said too. You're not where you from. You know what I'm saying? Like, you actually said that, like, yo, you were actually where you from.
I'm really where I'm from. Like, ain't nobody could ever.
You are Passaic.
I grew up playing recreation ball. I grew up playing Little League baseball, Deech Brady, Babe Ruth. I grew up playing Pop Warner football. I grew up playing recreation basketball, playing CYO basketball. Yeah. I did everything here. Like, my friends, like, this is really my friends. You know what I'm saying? Like, to the guys that people can't see, that these guys are dangerous in the streets, the people that go to school, live their life, take care of their family. Like, these are all my people. Like, I'm really from where I'm from. My grandmother had a bakery. You know what I'm saying? Like my family run the pipelines of Passaic. Like, ain't no way in the world you could say you don't know Poppy, you don't know Kiamo, you ain't know. And I ain't talking about Kiamo, I'm talking about the original, my grandfather. You feel what I'm saying? And like my family, you know what I'm saying? So
the lineage. Yeah. And you can hear about it on the album. Everything you just said is on the album. The bakery, the original Kiamo. I like the honesty of the album.
Yeah. And it's like a look into your life, your actual life, not the character Kiamo, the actual person Kiamo.
That's why it's so special. That's why it's called a Malcolm story. Right. Yeah. I'm giving you Malcolm. That's my name. That's who I am. I'm giving you Malcolm.
And I like that you mentioned the album art earlier. Even the album art has like a vintage aesthetic to it.
Yeah. Vintage honesty. That's what it is.
Shout out to my man Sergio. He brought the album. He gave it life with that. He captured the photo. And he put the album art together.
Shout out to him.
Shout out to the whole team, bro. Yeah. The whole team is working.
They're doing it. Everybody, they're doing their job. Yo. It's working.
And everybody plays their role. Who does the who reads the contracts? Who does the business, like finer notes aspect?
Malcolm. Me.
One and only.
I studied the business. I wanted to be in the rooms where people talking contracts. Yeah. I didn't want to just be a rapper. I'm not limiting myself. You understand? I want to transition into acting. I want to transition into doing ads and commercials and doing advertisements for businesses and stuff like that. It's bigger than just rap with me. I always said that because I want to be able to, once we're in the door, like, I want to flood the shit with just different things, different opportunities, different artists different podcasts, just different things, you know what I'm saying? And I just want to help people, and I just, you know, and for me to want to help people, I can't limit my mind just to rap.
Right.
It's a bigger business to it, you know what I'm saying? It's fashion, it's everything. So I always want to carry myself to the highest standard to say, all right, I gotta represent Passaic, New Jersey. All right, Passaic cast is known for being fly. Malcolm gotta be fly. You can't just go over there being whatever. Malcolm, you also gotta be smart. It's how you carry yourself, your team, and everybody's around. If people can't follow behind you and how you move, then they gotta go. Cause God forbid you want to be in a situation where, you know, artists, you know, get sent away because how their team is moving, you know what I'm saying? And just because your name is so big, they think you're the head honcho to everything, you know? Yeah. So I always want to carry myself the correct way because it's bigger than me, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's bigger than me. If God forbid something happened to me or the situation, then it messes it up for a lot of other people. So it's all about how I carry myself.
You come from a lineage of leaders.
Yeah.
So you got to continue that. So shout out again to the team, bro, and everybody playing their position and doing the right thing. Now you mentioned something in that last sentence that's a heavy concept on the album, which is in the 2-year span in creating the album, it seems that you took a lot. I don't want to say you took a lot of L's, but you lost a lot of people that maybe were in your circle. Yeah. It's mentioned a few times on the album how friends turned. You know what I mean? So how does that affect you as a person, and then how does that affect you in album mode as a creative?
I thought the album was done last year. I thought the album was done last year in May or June. I thought the album was done last year. Then I went through something, and it just, like, damn, I'm not even happy about this album anymore. So then my cousin Nas, shout out to Nas, he said, I need you to put everything that you're going through into the music.
Yes.
Right? And I was like, I was zoned out, man. I was like, and mind you, I don't drink or smoke, so imagine battling all these emotions just
raw,
you know what I'm saying? Like, you know how some people get drunk to like numb it or smoke. I'm battling emotions raw, like fighting through it every single day of my life, you know what I'm saying? And I felt like today, that made me strong as shit, like
Absolutely.
Like solid, like militant as hell, you know what I'm saying? So ain't nothing nobody can tell me, cause I thought everything through a sober mind.
Right.
I see shit clear as day. You know what I'm saying? I seen if somebody could lie, I could pay. I know when you're not telling the, because a person that's telling the truth will tell you the same story 3 times, 9 times out of 10, if they're telling the truth. A lie will always switch the smallest line. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
For even how they say, you know, I tied my right shoe instead of my left shoe. Now I know you lying about the whole story. Because last time you told me you started with your right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I think with a clear mind, I could peep that. A lot of people don't think like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like, I'm telling you this, I put everything into the music, man. Yeah. Everything, just everything.
Now during that same time frame as you're going through your personal issues, and you still got to maintain, right? Because life don't stop. You're still a dad every day. You still got to conduct business every day. How do you transfer that into pen and paper?
I can't write when I'm hurting. I can't write when I'm mad.
Okay.
Excuse me. I gotta have a clear mind. Excuse me. If I don't have a clear mind, my thoughts will be all over the place. I don't know how to rap angry.
Yeah. Right.
Unless I'm calm. Then when I'm writing and I hear it, now I'm angry. Yeah, I remember when I was feeling like that. Hell yeah, fuck that. Yeah. Word. Now them angers start to come out. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, that's how all the emotions will be coming.
So you got to go through it.
Yeah.
Calm down.
Yeah. Basically process.
Yeah. Then as you're putting it into words, the emotions start. So your music is therapy. Your therapy.
Yeah. I wanted to. You know, it's so crazy because I never went to college or anything, but I wanted to go to college to become a therapist.
Okay.
I wanted to do psychology. I wanted to study that because I have a good way with like. I could sit with my friends, I could sit with people, and I could listen to them talk, you know, and I give them the most genuine advice possible. And I always say to know Malcolm is to love Malcolm. So I give anything I ever say is always out of love. It's never to see you fail. It's never. I want to see people prosper. I want to see people like. I want to see you win. Like I could tell you guys, like, yo, they're giving a situation right now, podcast distribution. They're giving out this much money or whatever. I will not want nothing from it because I just want to see genuine people win and feed their families and put on and just grow from there. Like I'm that type of person. You understand? Like this shit don't gotta pay me back nothing. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, when I'm dead and gone, people gonna come up to my kids and my daughter and tell them like, you know, how great of a person your dad was. And that's gonna make her strive to say, I wanna do this. Or tell Josh, he's gonna make him strive, I wanna take this route and do things better for myself. You understand? And that's the whole goal of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not perfect, I make mistakes as well, you know? But we're here to, you know, show people that there's more to life and it's always great to give, no matter how much somebody could take from you, because at the end of the day, when they could take everything they think they took from you, they can't, because your spirit is rich. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, wealthy, because rich, you could be broke, but when you're wealthy, your heart's wealthy, that'll live forever.
Absolutely. Also, during the process, as you're going through, again, creating the album, your personal stuff, life still continues. Yeah. You also, within the last year, lost what, like 60 pounds?
Hell yeah, I was last July.
Congratulations.
Yeah. That's a lot.
I wish I could lose 60 right now. I've been trying for 3 years, probably 5 years or something.
Talk to the brother Kiamo.
Last July I was 243. Right now I'm 180.
Tell us a secret.
Stress. Nah, let me stop.
Yo, I was my first shit because I was like, all right, you gotta go through some shit.
Yeah, but you know, just watching what you eat. Don't eat too late. You know what I'm saying? I don't really eat a lot of meals throughout the day, but I'll still eat what I want to eat. You know what I'm saying? I love my chocolate chip cookies. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like just watch what you eat. You know what I'm saying? And like just taking care of yourself. I always tell people run a lot.
Yeah.
Run.
You been running?
I run. Yeah, I run a lot. Yeah.
Do you construct bars while you run?
No, I just be thinking about shit. Like I just like
2 more miles. God damn.
Like I just be like listening to music, and I just sometimes working out, like running and whatnot, will like listen to the right music too, get you like fighting mode. Like I try to train like a boxer. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm running, like I'm gonna make sure my shit's sharp or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Same thing.
A lot
like
of 50.
Yeah, a lot of 50, a lot of DMX. You know what I'm saying? I let G-Dep. Like I put myself in them bags. You know what I'm saying?
G-Dep is a slept-on album, bro. A slept-on artist.
I went back to listen to G-Dep because heard Special Delivery and stuff like that. So when I heard records like every day, I'm like, damn,
he's got a solid first album.
Yeah, and Child of the Ghetto. I love that record, Child of the Ghetto. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. I think that's the one that he says, pride for breakfast, a cigarette for lunch, and sleep for dinner.
Yeah. Oh, damn.
On Child of the Ghetto. I'll never forget that song. I was like, damn.
Definitely.
I've been there. That's why I love that album, bro. Word.
Yeah.
Oh, man. So congratulations again. 60 pounds down. Yeah. That's dope, brother.
How far can you run? Like, what's the furthest you run?
I can run 4 or 5 miles.
Nice.
Yeah,
what's up, bro? 4 or 5 miles.
I walk 4 or 5 miles.
I don't smoke or drink either, so that's another thing that keeps my wind up and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
And that gotta help with the recording process and the lyrical stamina. Yeah. Shout out to that, bro. Shout out to everybody out there on their weight loss journey. Take advantage. Well, by the time this episode comes out, we won't be able to take advantage, but if the sun is out, go outside, bro. Get some sun rays. That shit'll help your mood. That shit'll help your stress levels and your energy levels and all that good stuff. Cause, sheesh. We're gonna get into the one of the potential reasons for the weight loss, and I know this might be a touchy subject, so trigger warning to all my lovers out there. And anybody going through the storm of lost love, tough love. Yeah, bro. Anybody confused right now? Anybody that needs to go see the couples therapy? I've been there. I've been to couples therapy, you know? That shit. If it work, it don't work. It all depends, bro. It's all pre-written. It's all destined. So this album has themes to it, again, that are very personally connected to you. Regarding trauma, regarding loss of friends, regarding paranoia. Paranoia is a heavy theme on this album. Yeah. And breakup. So how did how did that breakup affect the album?
Oh, it did. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I know it did. Ain't no denying that.
Yeah, you know, it did. They say an artist that suffers the most creates the best music.
I 100% agree.
And I needed that for this album. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And to clear up anything about that, at the end of the day, that person is we still best friends.
Amen,
That's
brother.
you know what I'm saying?
That's
So
a beautiful thing.
God does things in mysterious ways. Sometimes he breaks people apart and keeps them there, or sometimes he breaks people apart. So when it's time, put them back together and they're stronger than before.
True,
you know,
indeed.
so everything happens for a reason.
That's a fact.
And throughout this album, going to therapy and everything as well, I went through, it taught me a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I needed situations, you know, like that to happen to make me a better me.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You learn a lot about yourself in the solitude of a good breakup.
Yeah.
Not that any breakup is good, but y'all know exactly what I mean.
Was this post or pre, like, the first version of Malcolm's story?
Great question.
This after.
Okay.
It was in that 1 year from when you thought it was done.
Yeah,
this
to
is-
then
this is
happened
shit got
and you went
real.
in and redid it.
Yeah,
Okay.
facts.
I think we could hear that on the album.
That's
Like I could tell you, if you ask me each record, I'll tell you which record I recorded before and after. I could break down each record.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's gotta be is that one of the reasons why the album is 19 songs?
That's a good question. I really wanted to get every topic out my brain.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I just wanted to get the ideas out and stuff like that. And with the right records, of course. We just want to put anything out there.
True.
But I wanted to touch topics that, like I'm not missing nothing.
Mm-hmm.
To say, like, dang, when we done that, we should have did that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Or like,
yeah.
damn, we should have had a record like that. That's the type of record. Like, we wanted to make sure we touched every element of this album. You know what I'm
And the
saying?
reason I ask is because it's not common today for 19
Yeah,
song
true
albums.
indeed.
You know,
Yeah.
now we're getting 8 to 12 songs.
8 to 12 songs and albums
And short.
are at maximum 45 minutes long.
Yeah.
But
Yours
look,
is 30 to 45
Yeah, yours is
minutes.
almost an hour.
this is dope though, right? That you say that. I guarantee you, 9 times out of 10, each record on that album, the production sounds the same.
On the short album.
Yeah,
On the
for
short
sure.
albums,
It's
you know?
consecutive, yeah.
It's consecutive of the sound. See, I wanted to give something that's real diverse for where different generations gonna have their favorite liking to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, like this album's not just for this age limit. This album's not just for them. You know what I'm saying? This album's for everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to give something and build something that was for everybody.
How many songs didn't make the album?
A lot, and that's why we were dropping things during was it around August? We did something called the Mecca, and it was something dope that's tied into my name Malcolm,
Right.
with the Mecca, you know, because the Mecca was something that brought people together and brought people to it. So that's
Still does, no?
yeah. So that's why we wanted to give something with my music to bring people together and bring people to it. So like we were just dropping records because we still got records that we don't know what to do with them. They're just in the folder. You know what I'm saying? So we just want to, we're still thinking about what to do with it. But for right now, we're not giving nobody no new music. We're going to really give you guys this album. Like we got a
push the
video.
album.
We really got a
Working.
video already ready for Maserati Freestyle dropping Monday. Yeah.
That's
like,
the first video off the project?
album. No, well, we got Reservoir Dogs. That video already been out.
Okay.
And but then we got Maserati ready. That we shot that video in March.
Why Mazarati Freestyle? Because that's the only song. Well, I have Beef written down, and we'll get to that. But those are the only 2 songs I wrote down, and that's actually my favorite song on the album. I started with Bad Boys because, come on now.
Yeah.
He can't help himself.
I had no choice, bro. You kidding me? But Mazarati Freestyle is actually my favorite song on the album. So why did you guys choose? Is it the family thing of the song?
Nah, I just liked the record, and like at the time we wasn't even gonna shoot a music video that day. We was doing a photo shoot for my birthday, and I said, "Yo, I told Quentin, let's just shoot a music video right now."
That was
We got
recently,
time.
right? Your birthday?
Yeah, in March.
Happy belated,
Thank
bro.
you.
Oh, March. That ain't
Yeah.
Close enough.
March what?
March 6th.
Oh, mine is
yeah.
the 8th.
Oh
Right
wow,
there,
Pisces.
That's right, Pisces man, baby.
Let's go.
But now we wanted to I said, yo, we got time. Let's just shoot a video off the album and we just keep it there. By the time the album drop, we drop it the same week. So people, you know, they not just listen, they gonna have more reason to go back to listen to the album. You know what I'm saying? So definitely that,
Is everybody in the video?
Nah, it's just me. It's just me, black and white. Just straight black and white.
That's dropping Monday?
That's dropping Monday,
right, so look forward to that. The reason I like that song, other than that it's a dope song, obviously, but you shout out your people at the end, towards the middle, a little latter after the middle, when you're like, I don't remember the name
Quinn
specifically,
at the table.
but the table, that sort of reminded me of Hove.
God did.
I think it's on. It's God did. Is one of them.
He did.
But
it
it's also on the Carter album. Him and Beyonce's album, and he's like, Jay got millions, Big got millions. No, that's on a different
it's
song.
Pound Cake.
That's Pound Cake. This other song, he's like damn, I don't fucking remember it, but he shouts out all the little people that be in his house, and he like, Tata be there. He be there more than B be there, some shit.
Wow.
And I'm like, damn, that's dope. And he shouts them out all by name, and then you did the same thing, so I was like, oh shit.
That's coincidence.
And then you also shout out the people who are no longer here on that song. I think that's the same song that you said. We lost this person, that person, and Shaggy's still here.
Shaggy's still here,
And for some reason, that stuck with me. Like, oh, Shaggy, whoever that is. Shout out to him.
Shout out my guy Shaggy. He was in when Hebo and Check got killed. Shaggy was the third person to get hit too, but Shaggy made it. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Shaggy. You know what I mean? Everybody around that way, they already know.
Yeah. So definitely look forward to that video. Maserati Freestyle. And I didn't know why you named it that, but then at the end you're like Maserati. And I'm like,
exactly.
That was my first rap name. My cousin Dez was tell you when my cousin Dez, when when you just meet one of your cousins, like, you know,
later in life,
you're like, oh, it's my cousin. So like I was like 12, 13 at the time, and we was at my other family member Sadat crib, and Sadat was like, Dez downstairs. Dez made beats. You know what I'm saying? So Sadat was telling him like, yo, Malk rap. You know what I mean? Like, this nigga nice. You know what I'm saying? He was like, what is he like 12, 13? So he's like, go spit something. I rap for like 4, 6, 7 straight minutes a cappella. And he was like, what the fuck? This like 12, 13 years old rapping like this. And he was like, what they call you, Mazarati? So I wanted to give people, bring it back for those that knew me around the neighborhood as Mazarati, give them that feel like I just straight rap the whole way around, give you that feel.
There's not even a hook in the song.
Nah, it's just straight rapping, just storytelling bars, just rapping.
Shout out to that, man. Bring that back.
Maserati.
Yes.
Bring Maserati back.
And then throughout the album, you also reference soul.
Oh, yeah.
And you reference the American Dream.
That's Madison Square Garden, that is soul.
Yeah.
That's soul all the way. That's soul.
The song Madison Square Garden.
The song Madison Square Garden, that's soul.
Yeah.
That's soul.
Shout out to that, man.
Shout out to that, man.
The other song that I wrote down is Beef.
Yeah.
And at first, the song comes on and I'm thinking it's Beef 2024, right? Like the remade version of Beef, Rest in Peace Big. But it switches a couple bars in and it becomes a story. A wicked story. How'd you
where'd you get that from?
Yeah, where'd you get that from? Was this a true story?
Nah, if you look back at me as an artist, one thing I did on this project I did Malcolm X called Diary of a Woman, where she's sexually abused and shit like that. She abused, and like I had a niche for storytelling, listening to like Nas and J. Cole. Like I have a niche for story. I love writing songs that just tell you a story. House of Blues, I did a song called Brenda's Baby, where I discuss a story where Brenda's baby, the baby that was in the trash can, how his life grew up after that. Like,
nice.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I have a niche for writing stories and telling stories. Like, that's one of my favorite things to really do. You know what I'm saying?
Is that something you're gonna pursue? Maybe you're already pursuing it, but is that another lane that you might delve into? Writing, maybe stories, short stories?
I love to do that. Like definitely a story like that. Like that shit's some Tyler Perry shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like that's some like and like I wrote that fast. Shout out to Lucci, he produced it. What's beef? And I just said, listen to Big. Like I said when I heard the record too, right? It was like, damn, it sounded like some shit what Nas would be on. If I was Nas, like what would Nas say on this shit? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So like when I said what's beef, listen to Biggie and the Expedition. Yeah. That's like when I said that line, that's my dad had the expedition back in like 1995, the Black Expedition. You know what I'm saying?
The fire shit.
You know what I'm saying? So like I'm listening to my dad playing Big, my dad playing all this shit. I said, damn, what's beef? Listen to Biggie and the Expedition. And I just started, damn, this shit sound crazy. Like I'm just writing. I'm like, yo, I'm talking to my cousin Nas, and I'm like, yo, this shit sound. He's looking at me like, all right. So I said, all right, I'm going to the booth, and what the fuck I said, niggas was like, looking at each other like, what the fuck is it? What is in his head to say that? You know what I'm saying?
That was crazy. That was a real story. That was a real story.
What would a video to that look like?
Shout out to my Uncle Edwin. He got the whole idea ready.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be a video.
Yeah,
that's dope.
That's gonna be almost like a
mini movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like,
bring that back. I think we spoke about that recently, right?
Yeah.
I missed 6-minute videos.
Hell yeah.
Where
We talked about it on the last
a little
episode.
mini movie to it.
it's gonna be a movie to that.
That's what's up.
Like the old Victory video and the old Hypnotize video.
Even Bad was like a 14-minute video.
Thriller, the greatest video of all time. But I mentioned, what the fuck did I just mention? Hypnotize and Victory, because this album sounds to me like the theatrics of it give me Bad Boy vibes. Like the movie aspects of it, the way it starts, the intro. But I gotta point out, I feel like something in the intro was missing. Like I thought it was I thought it was gonna end with like a gunshot or something, and then go into the song. But it ended abruptly.
So the idea of the intro is like you hear the baby crying.
Yeah.
The baby symbolizes me. So then you're like, when I'm hearing like it was Midtown shit. This is things that I'm hearing as a kid. My innocence is being taken away. Different hoods, different areas.
I'm from the projects.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm getting all that's being taken away. Where I started out, we was all friends. Now it's like friends killing friends. Like this is like my innocence. That's why you hear the baby crying. And like what inspired that was one of my shows I always play my intro to before I come out is the Born Again intro from Biggie. You know what I'm saying?
The Born Again intro?
Yeah, when Biggie's saying I just want to take care of my family and my daughter.
Yeah.
That's my intro to every show.
Yeah, the Rap City interview.
Yeah, that's my intro for every show. Where I'm about to come out, you hear the rain, you hear the thunder, like, and like that's what I felt with this. Like this is gonna be, because I studied life after death as well with this album, and I said that to myself. I said we're gonna give them me, and I want people to understand the album more. The more I talk about the album, not so much show music videos and stuff, but now you'll understand the records. You'll understand. All right, that's what he meant by the intro and doing these things like that.
And then the what's the name of the first song?
Introducing Me to You.
Introducing Me to You. Okay, so that starts like
I like that.
Like an album should start. A first song on an album should start. The build up and shit. That shit gave me the Bad Boy vibes. Who finalizes the sequencing of the songs? Now I know it's you. But you gotta there gotta be somebody that you're like you run it through.
Quentin Films. On my cousin Nas, he'll sit with me and we'll get our ideas. But like I said, I really study this album. I just don't look at the albums as like a rapper. I really look in the mind of Dr. Dre. Like I always fucked with Dr. Dre.
Tell.
Speaking of Dr. Dre,
like I always fucked with how Dre like does this. You know what I mean? So and I also listen to albums. So I'm like, all right, if I wanted to recreate my favorite album, he went smooth on this one, then he got crazy on this joint, the beat got crazy, then it went back smooth. So I study albums to that T to know enough like how I want my album to, project
the ebbs and flow of the energy of the album. That's deep because a lot of people don't really pay attention to that. The album has to almost climax at a point and then
come back down.
That's why everybody always asks like, who picks your beats? You got great beat selection. I'm like, nah, I literally listen. Like I listen to I feel like Hov always had the illest production, like, you know what I'm saying? So I always try to say like I know what people will want to hear.
And you have to listen to like thousands of beats probably. To get
and like whatever like fits the mood, like I'm rapping. Like, I know what to say on certain records. Cause somebody can have a fire beat, but they're not saying the right shit on certain
absolutely.
Shit, you know what I'm saying?
Who's on main production for this album?
We have Lucci, we have Track Pros, we got Dizzy Banco, we got K on K the Boss. We got that's about it.
All from Jersey?
Dizzy Banco is not, he from New York.
Okay.
That's his situationships too. And he did Don't Play With It by Lola Brooke.
Okay.
And Dallas Rose as well. Dallas Rose produced Soul Hurt, House Ain't a Home, Neighborhood Hero 3. That's all I can remember right now. If I could look at the album, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
No, but shout out to that, man.
Shout out to that. The producers
dope,
really got, they really put their foot in this one.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, the sequencing and the just the order and the theatrics of the album.
Yeah,
so
and
like
you said, beat selection.
Yeah.
The beats you picked were dope. You know what I'm saying? Like the beat for Beautiful Life. With the
thank
Ghostface reference.
Oh, yeah.
Like, to me, I love that song. Personally, I love the Ghostface, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I have a personal attachment to it. So when I heard your version, it almost made me cry, yo.
Everybody said
Yo, I swear to my
down.
kids, I was walking here and I heard it again. Like, I was really listening without distractions, and it was just me walking. And it almost made me cry, yo.
I
was like, yo.
That's love, bro.
That's
sign
love,
of a
good album,
yo.
bro.
Yeah, and that album, my man it's crazy you said that. He said this album felt like therapy for him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, definitely listen to records like A House Ain't a Home,
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful Life, like Soul Hurt, and like broke people down. A lot of men felt like, damn, dog, like you breaking me down, my nigga. Like, shit that
You're saying the
talking
shit that brothers can't say, bro.
Yeah.
A lot of brothers be too proud or just was never taught to express. You know what I mean?
That and immaturity. I think once you get mature enough, you're able to express yourself. You know, if you're a man and shit, like, you know, we have men in here, so, you know, you're able to express yourself, bro. You should be able to, at least.
There's a growth within this album.
Yeah.
As you're going through the 2-year process of creating the album, you were still dropping music.
Yeah.
You were still dropping projects, EPs and stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
As you're recording all this stuff, how do you know, like, this one's for the album? Set this one aside.
Oh,
Is it just a feeling?
Yeah. I just knew. Only record we played with that we was working with was Reservoir Dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Cause we released that on Sincere. But I didn't want that for Sincere, you know, but we wanted something. We're dropping music, we need to give the people something. And I said, all right, we're gonna give them Reservoir Dogs, you know? And I'm like, I'm putting this shit still on my album. I don't care. Like, this is originally for my album. You know what I mean? Yeah. So definitely we knew what to separate, you know what I'm saying? And what made it and what didn't make it.
Right. No, shout out to that, man. The album is sewn together very well. Actually, again, that's a Malcolm story out now on all DSPs. Reservoir Dogs video out now. Mazarati Freestyle will be out by the time you're hearing this.
Absolutely.
Make sure you download and
go check it out.
Support and share and do all that good stuff. What's the next plans for the album?
Definitely, you know, getting the right marketing behind it and stuff like that. Like, that's already in the process of it. Production, you know, getting the videos done. Content.
What's the next video after Mazarati?
We definitely want to do Beautiful Life.
Okay.
We definitely want to do Beautiful Life. We want to pay, some way how pay tribute to Ghostface with that as well. You know what I'm saying? Just, you know, whether it's like me on the piano like he did on
with the
Kango, you know what I'm saying? Like, even if it's just that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But definitely, I really want to do Beautiful Life because that song really like.
No, that song is serious, bro.
That's a beautiful song, bro.
You know, that was my original show starter.
Yeah.
And I was like,
glad you did it.
That's a different vibe. Starting with that and starting with Bad Boys is two different ass vibes, bro. Yeah. And
still beautiful, nonetheless.
Without
absolutely, brother.
Beautiful Life really did it to a lot of people. Shit, I cried to that shit yesterday when I heard it, and I'm just like, damn, I'm really here now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not easy, and shit, man. Like I say, life is build it brick by brick. You know what I'm saying? Rome wasn't built in a day. Though what you built can be destroyed in 10 minutes.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? That took you 10 years to build. It can be destroyed in 10 seconds, 10 minutes.
You can say the worst, something stupid, and it's over.
It's over. It's something that took your whole life to build. So like, Beautiful Life is really real. Like, it's real life to me. You know what I'm saying? It was originally supposed to be Sorry I Ain't Perfect. That's what I was calling it. But son said, nah, Beautiful Life sounds different. It sounds stronger. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And does Nas have a song called The Beautiful Life? Or does he just say that?
If I'm not mistaken, Keith Murray do, right?
Yeah, he does, yeah.
Beautiful Thing in the World, like that,
Yeah, he has Life is Good. That's what he has a song called Life is Good.
No, I feel like at the end of one of the bars on that album, he says, son, it's a beautiful life. So I like that album inspired you.
Yeah.
I can see it. I now see a connection between the two. And again, it's not often referenced when discussing Nas albums, especially for you to say that's your favorite Nas album. My favorite Nas album is I Am, which is another one that people don't. That's not the first thing they go to. You know what I mean? So I can see how that direction came out on this album, and I thoroughly enjoy it, bro. I think this is a grown album, a mature album.
Yeah.
The themes are relatable. We've all been through that. What's the line on beef? Beef is it when you hate yourself?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Beef is when you hate yourself?
Yeah.
That shit right there. Who hasn't fucking been there, bro? That internal struggle of.
And that's basically what the song is about. Having beef within yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You battling your demons, you battling yourself, and some people really hate themselves. They got beef within themselves and the decisions and shit like that they make. So
that should be leading to people's downfall, bro. Everybody don't react properly to that self-hatred, you know? That should be fucking brothers.
One of my favorite things you said on this album was, if they can't kill you, they'll assassinate your character.
Yeah.
And I feel that to this, now is more, that line is probably more relevant than ever. Because to me, sometimes your character being assassinated is probably worse than you dying an actual physical death. Because you actually got to live through that.
Yeah.
Think
of, bro.
I was just going to say, look at Diddy. Look what he's going through.
Look at now Dirk.
Yeah, he's going through that now, like a character assassination. Like, he's watching himself die.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, that's why that's stuck out to me.
To go from such highs.
That's what I mean.
Lows,
so they can't kill you.
Shocking change.
So you almost have to guard your reputation and who you are almost as close as your actual physical being.
That's why I love artists like Kendrick Lamar that just be out the way. You just see him for music or whatever business he's doing. You don't really see him in the public eye so much. And that's something that was so dope. Dave E said that in that interview. Where it's like the best people that you care about and you love, you never see him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You don't see Kobe Bryant. You don't see Michael Jordan. You just hear them, and when you
hear their greatness.
You know what I'm saying? You won't see them walk, but and that's something that creates like a substance about that person.
Like a mysterious,
like an aura. It's just an aura. You know what I'm saying? Oh shit, you know they're like,
that's missing now because everybody's 24/7. Streaming. You know what I'm saying? So you see everything everybody does. You probably seen your favorite artist take a dump or something because it's like, damn, get off the camera, bro. But back then, those mysterious artists always like Weeknd when he first came out. He was a mysterious.
He would give interviews. I don't think he still does interviews, but he's he's
and
not.
That builds an aura around you that people are nosy, bro. So they want to know. And if you're denying it to them in this day and time where everybody's accessible at all times, that creates a double mystery. A bar for me that stuck out on the album, I don't recall what song is on. It might be on like number 7 or 8, but you said never give up on yourself unless you really tried.
Yeah.
Break that down.
If you tried everything, let's say like, never give up on yourself unless you really try. There's one truth and no one where everybody lies. Me, then why the hell you choosing sides? That's Mazarati Freestyle, if I'm not mistaken. Try every obstacle, weigh all your balances, weigh everything. And then if you really say, all right, that's it, then that's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could say, like, I don't know, I could say A Malcolm Story is my last album.
Right.
Like, I'm serious. Like, A Malcolm Story is my last album.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I tried every obstacle possible. And I could walk away with my head high. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's one of the most important things.
I think a lot of people, I don't know if a lot of people know that lesson, right? Because so many people say, never give up. Never give up on yourself. All right, but what if I really tried hard for 10 years and the shit's just not working out? Like me and my NBA shit, right? Like, I tried really hard and it just didn't pop off, bro. You gotta know. You gotta know when to call it quits and try something else. You know what I'm saying? Because you might be missing out.
And I always it's so dope that you said that, right? Because it's like you could try so hard, let's say NBA, right, and it doesn't work out, but who Who can tell you that you can't be the illest analyst?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And,
Still
but you'll
covering,
never know until you give up the shit
yeah.
that is just not working, bro. God bless you for trying.
I was actually, I hate to say this, but we know her.
This my NBA shit.
No. We know her, this girl, and she was telling me about her son, and she was like, "Oh, he's gonna be an awesome soccer player," and I've seen this kid play, and I was like, "No, he's
trash."
No. I'm sorry. You know, some kids, once you see them, you know, like they have it.
Yeah.
This kid needed work at very least. Needed work, right?
Being nice.
But I told her, I'm like, maybe he'll be, like you just said, the best analyst.
Yeah.
Because she's like, oh, he knows a lot about the sport. I'm like, maybe he's good at that or a coach.
I love to have my cousin Nas in this conversation because he'll tell a kid, "Nah, you ain't got it, dog."
Yo, sometimes you need that because like you said, you'll waste your time and you could be chasing your actual gift.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
And nowadays, these kids don't get that.
I got a lot of
They get
friends.
lied
I'll
to.
tell you straight.
They get
I got
the
a lot of
participation awards.
Yeah.
Like, no, man, you suck.
Yeah, you're not good at this. Try this.
Why you think they never pick you?
We're being mean now. I'm sorry.
Shout out
We're
to
being
the
realistic, though. We're being realistic.
Yeah. Keep trying. Don't give up. Unless you've tried.
If you put your 10,000 hours in it and you still trash,
Yeah. And yo, that applies to some of these rappers out there, bro. Cause man, I'm not we can't just go around giving out participation awards for musicians.
that's the problem, man. Everybody
That's
gets one,
funny.
man.
We can't.
That's funny.
So shout out to that bar though, man. I hope more people pay attention to that and learn, you know, when it's time to move on. It's time to move on. And I think that concept is covered a lot on the album in different relationships, and in different relations to your life.
Yeah.
So shout out to that, man. Now you said Amalgam Story is your last album.
Yeah.
What if what's the homie's name? Wallingberg?
Wattenberg.
It'll be a probably a different type of conversation we can have.
Then.
You know what I'm saying? But for right now,
Get back.
we're gonna give people the visuals. We're gonna give everything based off this album, and let's see.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
What's next for Corner of the World Records? Are you molding new artists?
We want to give people opportunity. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, you have to be willing to see the vision and understand it. Like you gotta if I put all these years of hard work just to get me where I'm at today, why are you gonna miss out on the things just because you feel like you don't have to do it? Hell no, you gotta put in the groundwork too. It ain't about just making a quick dollar. Anybody can make money, but you gonna put in that work.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Putting in that work is a whole different scenario.
See, and that's the thing. You actually like doing this. You love this shit. You put your time and your effort into this. Like you want to be good at this.
Hell yeah.
Some of these cats it's a money grab.
It's a money grab.
It's like, yo, if I say this and I make it sound this way, I know I'll get paid this amount of dollars.
But that's why I feel like a lot of people like this shit is a sport to me. I play sports my whole life.
Right.
So like I want to make sure I want to be the best. Like, a lot of people be like, oh, I ain't a rapper, or I ain't this, and like, then why you doing this then?
Yeah.
You feel me? You just want to rhyme words, but then you get mad when somebody say, I don't like what you did.
Or they say you trash.
You trash, and then now you catching feelings? I thought you ain't a rapper.
I wasn't even trying.
Yeah.
We could tell.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They start taking it personal, but it's just like kids said in the verses, like, this is what I do.
Yeah.
Like, this is what I do. This is my nature. This is me grabbing the basketball, waking up. This is me being Tom Brady in my element. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is with me too as well.
What sport is rap? What's the closest sport analogy?
Boxing.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Boxing.
Really? How so?
50 Mike Tyson.
50's Mike Tyson.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean?
For some reason, I picture 50 and Mike Tyson punch out.
Oh, yeah. Like, you know,
and you got to come up the ranks and knock them out.
I'm Tank. I'm under, you know, I'm under shadow, you know what I mean? Shout out to Rashid Chappelle. He comes from where I come from as well.
True indeed.
And like, I always look up to him. Like,
how did that come about? That collab. How did that come about?
I was always around Sheed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I always say he's like my mentor. Like he's like Jordan. I'm LeBron. If he's Floyd, I'm Tank. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like that. You know what I mean? With Rashid Chappelle. Like I've been around a lot of people because of him and met a lot of people and knew how to conduct myself in a business manner because of Sheed and watching how he moved and definitely other people in my life as well. I'm not taking away from anything that my father taught me or anything. You know what I'm saying? but Sheedy was like a mentor in like the music business and teach me how to move within the business and how to carry yourself. And
you're blessed to have that, bro.
Yeah, and you have dope chemistry on the record. So
thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Man, y'all sound dope together, man.
Absolutely. You want to get into 10 shots? You have 10 shots ready?
Yeah, we can go.
Let's do 10 shots.
All right, I'm just gonna ask you 10 rapid fire questions. You answer them with minimal thought.
Yeah.
You know the drill.
Yeah.
You've been hit. This is your third time. You know what's up.
Yeah.
Third
All
time
right. Number 10. Better song: Glaciers of Ice or Incarcerated
Incarcerated Scarface.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure.
All right. Better storyteller: Ghost or Scarface?
Scarface.
Okay. Better album: It Was Written or I Am by Nas?
It was written.
No doubt. Who would you prefer as a production team? Hitman from like Bad Boy or the Rock Boys like Kanye?
The Rock Boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ray or Ghost?
Ghost.
Ghost? Kiss or Fab?
It depends. I want to hear some R&B shit, but I ain't gonna say Kiss ain't got it because when I hear Usher throwback, I'd say Kiss.
Kiss?
Yeah.
We Are the Streets, or what was the name of the first Lox album?
Money, Power, Respect.
Money, Power, Respect.
We Are the Streets.
Don Cartagena or Harlem World?
Don Cartagena?
Yeah, the Fat Joe album.
The Fat Joe album. Yeah. Hell yeah, Don Cartagena.
He said it on the album.
Yeah, I fucks with Fat Joe.
Yeah.
Heavy. Like, definitely my life, just ain't my lifestyle. Like, I love Fat Joe. Like, you know what I mean? Like, heavy on Fat Joe.
Last one, Biggie, Jay-Z, or Nas?
Nah, that's 9.
Nah.
No, that is 9?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. All right, Pocket DMX.
X.
All right. And how about Biggie, Jay-Z? We'll, you know what? We'll say albums. We'll say Reasonable Doubt, Illmatic, or Ready to Die.
Illmatic.
Okay. That's like the hip hop Bible. Basically.
You know what's so real that you said DMX and Tupac, because I fuck with both of them heavy, right?
They're similar artists. They're very similar artists if you look.
Well, I love so much that I think I took from X on this album that I was able to make people cry off the shit that I was saying.
Yeah.
I can get that real and say that, like, when people say like X made grown men cry, this album.
Even Tupac, yo, because I'll never forget when he dropped what was the name of that song? For his mother, Dear Mama.
Dear Mama.
Oh, Dear Mama.
Yo, I showed that to my mother.
Yeah.
And me and her cried. When I was a little kid, yo, I remember that shit. I love that song, yo. That was a fucking amazing song, yo.
Pac was phenomenal as well. That's why I hate, like, not saying y'all nothing wrong with it, but like when it comes to like these artists, like they all affected my craft in some way. You know what I'm saying? So definitely all of them, each and every one of them.
And I remember showing her that song because she would always get at me like, "Oh, that shit you're always listening to." I'm like, "Yo, they make dope music, man." And I showed her that, and she was like, "Wow, this is really good." I was like, "You see? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't just listen to bullshit."
Without a doubt.
Shout out to all the moms.
Yeah, man. Shout 100.
Let's review. Incarcerated Scarface is over Glaciers of Ice.
Yeah.
Is it the beat?
Yeah.
You know that was a Jizza beat, right?
For real?
That was gonna be on Liquid Swords.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
And this guy took it and recorded over it, and that was it. It wound up on
that's crazy.
On Cuban.
I love that video, bro.
Yeah.
That's an old school grimy.
That video just always reminds me of Video Music Box.
It looks like they shot it in an elevator, right? This
Elevator, the projects,
yeah,
all that shit. The rooftop, all that shit.
Shout out to that. Shout out to Scarface over. Who was it?
Ghost.
Scarface
for storytelling.
Dude.
Yeah, because I mean they both told ill stories. Like to me, Wildflower's an ill story.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Fucked up story.
All I got is you is an ill ass story.
All I got is an ill story.
Motherless child.
Motherless child.
Yeah.
Ghost wasn't afraid to make you cry.
Right. And then Scarface got ill stories too. I mean, Mind Playing Tricks on Me is an ill story.
No, Scarface scared the shit out of me as a kid when he dropped Never Seen a Man Cry.
Right.
That video?
Yo.
I was like, wow, what is up with this guy? And Scarface is one of my favorites, bro.
Hell yeah.
It was written over I Am. That's, I Am's my favorite, but it was written as a fucking ill album. I Am's my favorite because it's my favorite.
I Am has got some joints,
I can't not acknowledge it was written Automatic.
One of my favorite Nas tracks is on I Am.
Yeah, which one?
Undying Love. That's an ill story too. That's an ill story.
You know what's something that stuck to me? My Aunt Odessa said it, and I had to go listen to Nas joint. Damn. it's something like when you're a baby twice, like in your life, you gotta get taken care of.
Oh, not second childhood.
Second childhood.
Yeah, that was on Stillmatic.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite joints.
That was a primo track.
Yeah,
That's
like
a dope story too.
Yeah.
Stories.
So I always say Nas is like, for me, like
top storyteller.
Yeah, I think Nas is like, if you're talking about, he's the stepping stone of what you think a rapper should be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? From the
modern day Shakespeare.
When he dropped Rewind, it was over.
Yeah.
It was over. Like when he dropped, I showed my daughter that. She was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "Can you imagine what was going on in his head?"
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
I still think I Gave You Power was doper though for some reason.
I Gave You Power. I always tell this story that got Brooklyn Joe an A in English class. He wrote down the lyrics to that, and the teacher thought it was his.
Oh, damn.
She gave him an A. She was like, "Oh, this is amazing." Mind you, he's an idiot. You know what I'm saying? Shit was funny as hell.
Shout out to Nas helping people.
Shout out to Nas getting A's for students.
What else? Rock Boys over the Hitman. No, there's no wrong choice there, bro. Cause those are mad
they both got classics, monumental classics, like hip hop, like certified classics, like Benjamin's classic. You know what I'm saying?
But not only that, they were both constructing albums. For example, The Rock not only had the dope Jay-Z albums. Freeway's first album was The Rock Boys, and that shit's fire. Beans albums, hell yeah.
You know, Cam's out, Dipset. You know what I'm saying?
That first Cam on Rock album, that shit's crazy. Yeah. So shout out to them. Ghost over Ray. I'm a little surprised. I feel like it was more Ray. I don't know.
That's why he said it depends.
Yeah.
He did say, it depends.
But this album is more Ghost.
Yes.
So I can understand. Yeah. Kiss over Fab, kind of the same thing, because this album is kind of like Fab to me. Yeah. With a lot of the late
that's why I said it depends. You know what I'm saying? The mood, definitely the mood I'm in. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And there's no wrong answer, bro. Yeah. We Are the Streets over Money, Power, Respect. Yeah.
Because We Are the Street.
That Money, Power, Respect was a Bad Boy album. So it gave you the Bronx Tale intro.
Yeah. It was real shiny. And they had the shiny suits on on the cover.
But my favorite record off Money, Power, Respect, if I'm not mistaken, was We All Miss Big Papa was on there, right?
Yeah.
Like I said, those type of records right there.
Yeah.
Dude,
that shit had dope B-sides. It had the Jada headphones shit. It had the Styles one that he talks about. They do a robbery, some bitches or something.
Yeah.
What? That shit got dope tracks towards the end.
Hell yeah.
Don Cartagena
over who? Harlem World.
That's tough, yo.
That is tough.
That's tough. You know why? Because Puff did Don Cartagena. So it has the Bad Boy.
It does. The Bad Boy touch
vibe to it.
The little Bad Boy sprinkle on it.
And then Pun wrote it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, if you listen to it, Pun wrote that whole album.
Dog, you listen to Crack Attack?
So it's Puff Daddy production and Pun pen over Mace then, but Mace was fuck.
Mace was
Nah, that Mace album.
I see. Remember, I was born in '94.
Yeah.
So,
but you do your homework though.
I do my homework, but it's like maybe I gotta go back and listen to Harlem World a little bit more. Because I always knew Mace was ill. Like, I always said he had the illest verse and niggas done started something. Like,
yo, he really does, though. I didn't know that was Mace for a long time. He even says it's Mason. I'm fucking dumb. But, yo, he rips that shit like
that. Yeah.
Right.
That's murder.
I was listening to that not too long, like 2 days ago. I was making steaks and that came on. I was like, oh, hell yeah, steaks.
And it's so
like
crazy. Like, you say, like, we talking about Mace. It's like, that's something that, shout out to my cousin Celissa. She used to work for Bad Boy. She told me to study Mace, like study his pattern, his flow. You know what I'm saying? Style and everything. You know what I'm saying?
So that freestyle he put out not too long ago, like a couple days ago.
On the show.
On the show.
Yeah, he still got it, bro.
Yeah, yo.
It's just in him. Some things are born in people, and that's something that he's just great at. You know what I'm saying?
He can talk that shit, bro.
Yeah.
So go back and listen to Harlem World.
Nah, definitely.
But Don Cartagena, that's the best Fat Joe album to me.
Jealous 170 is pretty dope.
Yeah, that shit hard.
That's really good.
Don Cartagena, bro.
I got my lifestyle on it, right? Take a look at my life. I think it got that on there too.
It's got everything. It's got that. It's got that's so Joey. That shit is dope. Where they took the Marvin Gaye sample.
Oh, I gotta go check that out.
Yeah.
X over Pac, no wrong answer there. Both legends. Rest in peace of both.
Yeah, 100.
And Illmatic over the trilogy, the Holy Trilogy. Or the Holy Trinity, excuse me.
Yeah.
Ready to Die, Illmatic, Reasonable Doubt. There's no fucking wrong answer, bro. That all depends on how you wake up.
How you wake up,
How you feeling that day,
Yeah, bro. So shout out to that, man. Shout out to all them classic albums. Shout out to the brother Kiamo. Shout out to a Malcolm story.
Yeah, man.
Shout out, before I let you go, brother, you got Baby Girl on the album.
Yeah, that's dope.
And she sings.
Uh-huh.
And then she kicks a little freestyle, right?
Yeah. She got that from my mother, so I give my mother the credit.
No, she ripped it. And then at the end, she's like, something to the effect of, this is where I go get my books and my finest looks.
My name is Amaya and they call me Z. And I like to rap most every day. When I'm not in school or reading books, you can find me with my finest looks.
I was like, she passing the torch.
I see. That's what's up, man. I see the Jesus strong.
Yeah, bro. So shout out to that. Shout out to Baby Girl.
Man.
Is there any
live shows? You doing any live shows?
We got things planned in Sandstone. We want to do the right things, so we just don't want to just do anything.
No, absolutely. Yeah.
So
you want the right look.
We want the right look. And just set us up for the right shows. You know what I'm saying? Like earlier this year, we opened up for Lloyd Banks.
Nice.
So that was something that was strong and it was phenomenal. The feedback we got from that show was.
That's a good look.
That's what we want. We don't just want to jump up and just do anything.
I feel like you could do you mentioned J. Cole earlier, and when you did, I had this vision. Like a Passaic, corner of the world, Dreamville Fest.
That'd be hard.
You know what I mean?
That'd
But the Kiamo version and shit. Like I feel like that's coming down the line. So we look forward to that, brother. Once again, a Malcolm story out now. All DSPs. Make sure y'all listen to Mazarati Freestyle. Check out Beef. Check out Beautiful Life. Check out there's a brother featured. It might be the first feature on the album. He's kind of a little bit sounds like Cassidy.
The feature that we have on this album is Rashid Chappelle.
I gotta see the name. No, it's not Rashid Chappelle.
K Prez.
It might be K Prez.
Fatboy Dash. Prez is on Reservoir Dogs.
So it might be that one, but one of them. Shout out to him. He rips it. I mean, they all rip it, but there was one that I was like, oh, he went there right there.
Phlegmatic. Phlegmatic.
That was that's the first guy to ever give me my interview. I was 19 years old. He gave me my first college interview and stuff like that. And I brought all my homies with me. I ain't know, you know what I'm saying? I didn't say, Ann said whatever.
You did the rapping thing.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know no better. At the same time, I had all my homies talking and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But like, you know, he was the first one to ever give me an interview. So we brought it back to that element, like where I started from. And stuff.
Shout out to that, brother. Shout out to you once again. Thank you for coming up.
Yeah, man. Again.
Thank you.
Much love, much luck, much success, more growth.
Absolutely.
We watched you come from the Costa Nostra to the American Dream to now a Malcolm story. We look forward to seeing where the story goes, the continuation, the documentary. Look out for that. Look out for the new videos. Kiamo's gonna get into some writing. Look out for that.
Movies.
Dope shit, man. The Rock Chain.
Look
out for that. Send 3. If not the Death Row Chain, send 3. We
Snoop
need all of
Holla.
that. I'm gonna end this show with the let me make sure I'm connected.
Come on, man. Make it good.
Make sure I'm connected. No, we're gonna end it with exactly what we was talking about. Damn, I am connected. We're going back to the album.
Let's go.
We're going to take it there. We're gonna fade out on this. As always, chin up, chest out, carry yourself with honor, carry yourself with pride. It's a beautiful life. Live every day. Go get some sunlight.
I'm not crying, you're crying.
This is Beautiful Life featuring Jody Banks off of a Malcolm story. Kiamo. Album out now.
If I rule the world,
Go download that.
Rearrange life, change my friends. If I wrote about my life,
Get your tissues, get your tissues.
I was the last flower on my grandmother's coffin.
Who produced this
Think
one?
about
Lucci.
it all the things
Shout out to
I do.
Lucci on the production.
Got it all.
Jody Banks on the feature.
Hell yeah.
I'm low, you high.
Her vocals in the background, this is dope.
Yeah, for
On the
sure.
phone as I'm talking to
That shit.
just speaking our truth.
I gotta connect the speaker with my whip again to hear this song again. Because without no speaker, that shit went ahead. I was like,
Issues we had, don't know where he been.
bass?
I can cry, but that won't do shit.
That sound live. That's live?
Look out
The
the
bass?
window as I'm staring at rain.
I
I
don't
can
know.
go through the pain, still
That shit
nothing
sound
will
fire.
change. When I get around old friends, feelings are strange. Secrets keep to myself, yeah.
it's a beautiful life.
But I still has a mind.
GAHHDcast 197, the track to 200.
My
Brother Burns, VS, Kiamo.
You met me at 15.
Quinn in the building.
Family.
Brother F, Straight Fuego Studios. A Malcolm story. And we out.
Go.
Tatted on one arm, it feels so close. Some pray to God, but I'm praying to go. Gave friends a lot, cause I live